I see. Everyone is getting busier now that... Just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least...
It rained for longer than I suspected.
Was there something?
Yeah, so on the day of the performance, just ride the aquabus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet...
Are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, perhaps we could trouble the traveler to help. I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless.
Oh, no need.
Thanks again, you two.
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me. Oh, no. We're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making... what were they called again? Ah, these must be for Magic Pocket. No need. But they... Wow. I can't... Hey! Why use your hands when... But where does a big machine like that get it? Oh, Well, but basically... Wow, I want to try. So that's what... Unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines. Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take... Even though I've never, besides indemnity, it isn't produced by the power of the Archon.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since...
You again?
Yeah, but...
Huh? Seems business isn't so great for the work...
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, what if Confrere of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank? That's...
You're from Northland Bank. We said we'll pay everything we owe next.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too!
But it seems either way you look...
Pretty sure we'd run over...
Hey, you!
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to listen to me?
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh,
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys! Let's see who has to pay up now!
can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our client, you're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witness.
Come on, shit!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from...
Oh, huh?
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them.
Strange.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be...
So what are you doing?
Well... but recently...
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before. It was during... She was always... One time, because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me.
But what is it? What did you awaken?
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we...
It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my...
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted. So why did...
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that... but it's been years...
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
And no.
Official...
Yep. In Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is so engaging, and the worst case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel. Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who...
So, do many people
it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way. Besides, none of the champion. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorend, is.
Well, that's child for you. Paimon feels like we heard.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, I think I'll be better off without it for now. Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time left.
Heaven knows that sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance. Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along! Sorry. The whodunit's here. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too. Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Lenny's performance? Lenny said that the Opera House is on Aeneas, so let's go ride the aquabus. Now this is fancy! The Opera at Claire's. What a place to hold a performance! Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people.
Oh, Archon.
I don't know why you always. I guess if there are, kid, there's no.
Maybe this is one of the customs and fun kids.
Vache!
What's wrong?
Vache! Vache!
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
Right, welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water.
Lynette! You scared Paimon! Why did you right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day!
I see. I might be able to tell you something. In fact,
It's because of his.
when do you cry?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine. So maybe what you heard was the
So, what did the voice say? Huh.
rather than worrying, don't let that calm look.
Oh, right.
Time to go.
Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world.
But you're actually right on time. The audience... The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and...
Ooh, front row seat.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep them.
Hey, Lenny, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Yeah, we'll just go to our...
Into the wind.
Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down. Uh... Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're you little...
Excuse me. I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was... wait, that's not it. Paimon's... Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like,
Hey.
Oh, so nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. And as required...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait. Nervillet?
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Ooh, sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. And there's someone... I believe she is... So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later.
Huh? Oh, it's Furina, the Hydro Archon.
Very good. That is for the best.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Oh, you're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that
and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparation. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. Oh, and you never know what can happen in... A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no, I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Huh?
Whoa! What the rest just happened? How did he do that? Furina didn't seem to anything. Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still left to appreciate magic. Focus on the show happening on stage.
Thank you, everyone. But
Our magical journey has only just the magic of...
transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still... In which case, I have ample time to make up. So, for my next trick, I will please, if my assist... There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our lucky... Now, please.
Wow. Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks? Or does Lenny...
The lucky audience member will be generated by... It selects number... Now then, let's begin. Oh, let me see. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you... I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable. You don't need to do... If the match...
Oh,
All right, like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box. So, and no.
Ooh, Paimon kind of wants to count faster.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eye. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60, 59, 58.
That's right, perfect. Keep it going.
54, 53. Why aren't you counting, Neverlet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity.
Oh, all right. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something. 40, 30.
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double checking the direction. He would be a disaster if we...
Even though he's saying that, Lenny... What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25! What's wrong, Mr. Linney?
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration.
Never mind the decoration.
No, that's it seems it feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be 10 seconds and...
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait. Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down. Honestly.
5, 4, 3,
Whoops. That doesn't count.
0.
Ta-da!
What happened? Huh? Is this part of the show? Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box.
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guard.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box. And after it appears that and there are many...
That's the case. I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Lenny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me?
Oh, this all occurred during your magic show. How did I say? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us they would like to catch the criminal box.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Furina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
I just think that I think it might be But what Lady Furina said just now makes perfect sense.
A kidnapping and...
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than right. I mean you, traveler. You'll support Lenny. Then there's no problem at all. But with Lenny's, so no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Well, traveler, seems Lady Furina has... Are you willing to act as Mr. Linny's attorney? Very well. Linny and the audience...
Day. Lenny!
Sorry about everything that happened.
Of course!
Yeah, I know you already claimed that you would defend me. I understand. I'm sure everyone... I don't know what... As for how... Even a skilled and knowledgeable
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. I'm a bot, don't worry.
I think they look...
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. But with the guards watching our every move, good thing you...
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well,
The secrets behind our magic are past saving.
I suppose... 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. But if revealing our secrets will help you we should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss...
All right, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Hello, officer. How's the investigation going? What do you...
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally... The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and we're However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see. If anything, the more logical explanation...
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good?
Well...
So in just a short time, I know I've seen a lot of Sorry. Anyway, you may investigate.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Huh? Why are you suddenly so serious, traveler? Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different... Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of... Wait! Why would you write all... Lenny's still talking to the... Cards. I think someone... Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Huh? You mean us? That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those... Well, you're right on the mark about that one, but...
Those who play by our rules call me boss.
Her attendant. Pleased to meet you. And I'm Mirus. Demoiselle.
Huh?
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer...
Okay. I'll merely... That's right. Intuition, naturally.
Furina sure that's anyway. Sounds well. What's your opinion? All right. I've answered. Wait a minute. Did that answer count? Well, I say it does. But don't worry. You won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera? Well? And why would that be?
See, Silver and the Loose? I told you they'd be different.
Fastest, no matter how, and if that can be done.
All right, now. I mean, wait! That's more like...
Far be you wish.
You have a point. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to...
Oh, we'll be making... Sorry, but no one can freely... Were you always... Yes. So, the missing girl couldn't... I doubt there... How can you be so... Well, I couldn't see... But still, we... So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. All right, thank you for your help. This will be useful info.
I see that you're investigating the area. If you find any...
We don't have to... The third?
Yes, exactly. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Lenny's trick. I'm of the... And when the pirate...
Wait.
Perhaps the balance... Oh, that's true.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound? Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently... The seats were all booked in it. Sure. Her name is Halsey. Apparently, she wasn't a Magic Troop member. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all. That's how it seems to us. No need to be so... It is of utmost...
The investigation team has some new findings.
See?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the...
You're trying to help them?
Lenny used them... Well...
It turns out, I'm sure you already... In other words...
That much checks out.
That you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for...
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we?
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware.
Very good. Thanks.
You may spare the pleasant.
You've arrived. Who's this? Me? I'm Spina Di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and these are my companions. Would you mind if they...
Oh,
Well, let's...
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily. Ah, good eye.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? Let's...
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to cap. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together...
Oh, so there was a...
I knew you'd figure out most of it. The 2 magic... See this the box with...
This trolley can raise.
I see.
Precisely.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the audience member would only be able to...
Right! You were talking that whole time!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that. My assistant and I...
And what if...
I was in the mezzanine space.
Oh,
That's how we were able to coordinate Lenny's.
I mean, we aren't, and that...
so that's how it all worked! What?
Lynette would briefly walk, and then I... But as you saw, Cal was in the box.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an... And yet, could we have a look...
This is the scene of the crime. So Lenny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone.
What's this? Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different.
Whatever.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chose. Her clothes are here.
Right. And do you really need to... Ugh. What is this place?
It seems someone could fit.
Could this have been the suspect's escape?
Alone, perhaps.
But there are no other ways. Oh, you're right. Let Paimon write.
not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here? Oh, Paimon knows, and here's a broken... Seems we're just about done investigating down here. Yes, let's head back.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal...
They believe the odds of that are very low. The guards have...
So the tunnel's become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in
In other words, the...
charges and then trial. So if the charges are up...
That's right. This is how a trial... That's right. This is the statements from both sides. To put it simply...
This also precludes any kind of...
Once both sides... Then...
In practice... Yes, the guards also asked me to...
Why?
Because we've...
There can... And even if that...
I'm ready to break out at any...
Whoa!
Of course. I just...
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. I mean, what better way to...
Breaking out, son. Just kidding.
Hmm? What do you mean, no snacks?
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, mademoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must...
I have eggs,
These three are quite the interesting group. From the way you had these two guys carrying, you ended up doing...
I was applauded.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Don't underestimate anyway. Only, well...
Tea is ready to be served. No need for...
All right then. Down to business.
As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a However, the magician twins...
Exactly! Why would they...
The flower vase resulting in the... Perhaps the cripple...
Paimon thinks that makes sense.
True. None of the clues, but...
Could Halsey...
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to... Nor does she have...
From the sound of things, your macarons are... What? 5?
Please don't worry about it. At my...
Well, besides, Paimon knows that if she... Wait! Even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stuff.
All right, Malus. Set up the... Making sure everyone gets 3
Exactly!
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the eggs.
Well,
Well, that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around. I don't know what it would be.
all right. Thanks for your...
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find...
All right, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Just relax. Even if everyone besides, I doubt Furina understands any more about what happened than we do. Thanks, Navi. Best of luck.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did...
To be honest? No. Well, now, don't you all look disappointed. Don't tell me that your investigation came up. That was to be but don't let that stop you. I shall be terrible.
Since both, firstly,
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
thank you, Mr. Linney. You ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands.
Yes, that...
In that case,
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is no way you could have... been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that time.
That is simply your hypo.
Oh,
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course.
and you didn't hear any...
No.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud...
Huh?
Hey, hang on!
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud.
I was right by the box, and I definitely...
Look at those scales. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are... Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth? The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial does... I've got a feeling... That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that... Your first priority is to... The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. Oh, good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night... Hey, Linny! What?
Order. First, when are these Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is...
Is that really necessary?
The defendant is...
Order! Oh, your request is...
In that case...
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Maybe
I know you've clapped, but
right now, we want to...
That's right. I knew if it... That's why I didn't... The truth is very important. But
Being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort.
right. You but still.
Sorry. Well, you both say right. Let's hear...
Of course. I'll answer any... We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences during our investigation from that moment? That's right. So, after that air vent was created well, what should have that voice on the way back after that?
Well, that explains why you didn't hear...
Because of that problem.
That's the only way we...
So, there you have it. The whole truth. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mist, but like I said earlier...
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay.
Thanks for giving us... The current problem is, if we want to refute the Hydro... Huh?
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Furina as fact. Therefore, Lady Furina may...
At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linny's perspective. As the countdown began, when the flatbed trolley passed, he did not realize that the sound could be... Finally, he used the At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise. And so Linny proceeded to knock afterwards. Linny passed the... And there you have it. That's the...
Does the defendant's side have any objections to
The key to refuting Lady Furina is the order. Seems this won't... According to Linny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. Linny went to the... Linny did not...
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say! When the countdown started, Lenny did what he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is when, once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been the crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again. And finally, he reached the... Paimon did it! Paimon actually...
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing.
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, assuming that what you say is...
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him!
And that's why they're partners of mine. Managed... Oh, well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims? Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? Paimon thinks there's something off here. Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? Paimon thinks there's something off here. logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
There have been The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with...
That can't... Oh, is that so? How interesting!
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal... The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been... The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. No one entered or left the opera house. The sound we heard may have come from... It would have been tough for both... The sound we heard may have come from a clap. The deceased's name is... The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The deceased's name is Cowell. The sound we heard may have come from a... It would have been tough for both people. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The sound we heard may have come from a clap. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. The deceased's name is... Linny was not in the tunnel at... No one entered or left the opera... No one entered or left... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. It would have been tough for both people to fit in. The sound we heard may have... Linny was not in the tunnel at that... The deceased's name is Cowell. No one entered or left the opera house. Halsey's clothing was in the...
What's wrong, Traveler?
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick is a trick.
If only we... Well, that would be nice, but it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just... Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the...
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a... The deceased's name is Cowell. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So where would the... The vase was not broken.
similar method. Just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection.
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of...
We are still examining the items, but we have already discovered several test tubes of fluid within the notebook in his back. The primordial. The note's contents also indicate the notebook has one of these tubes was lit. The notes also state that, as such, we believe that the.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain...
People can become water. Does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water? Just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic. Guards, please continue. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis...
Of course, if we uphold...
Right! Like the metal hook! Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that.
The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. As such, the focus here is on the water. The deceased's name is Cowell. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for enough. The water from the primordial sea should already have... Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire... I remember there was some... The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have...
Ahem! It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine it! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant.
that actually...
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact... His notes mentioned...
On that note, I shall now invite...
Thank you, Your Honor. And we found...
What? That can't be. Does this, my dear... Benny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Having made modification upon his return, ultimately, he now, as much... Am I right, Miss?
Used up all the evidence we collected. Is this the end of the...
again. Excuse me,
Miss, I'm...
Oh, come on. I'll show you
No offense.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirect. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such come on like that? As the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the...
I understand.
And what?
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey?
To be clear, I'm only here because I was hiding outside this room. I was just feeling, where should I begin? But firstly, my name isn't Halsey. I heard that Linny's show was going to be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy. That's how I make a living. I was...
Hey, no wonder you look from. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought he even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede, so I wasn't going to... There, I slipped out.
Can a person even hide in the...
But I swear, had I known that...
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now.
This time, we... The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out. The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but it was smashed during the struggle between Lily... Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid.
And it hasn't been selected. Her panic only hearing the commotion. She did not know that mistakenly the two broke with no way of escape. She knew that she would have to go.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
So bravo.
Now then, Lady Furina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please, and...
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow, look at that. She's like a
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would... To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the... He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank. Using the fireworks at the end of the performance, he poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box, and stuck it to the box's... Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian, thinking that the waters had... However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic... Lillian, according to her own statements. As for Linny, he was in the under... From this...
Hooray, Lydia!
While there is much in Linny, in this case at least, as such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Great work, partners. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, how did you...
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not?
I suspect that I'm sure you know what you must do to...
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one...
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearance.
And now that you're therefore...
Yet our boss, it can also... We've...
And now he can no longer.
Such ruthlessness.
An outrage. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
So, we're just going back now? That's...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Winnie.
I know you may not want to speak to me, but still. I guess I didn't approach you with as for why. That was how Father, who you might know as the
Knave? The one who can...
That's right. And since back when our parents survived, I took my son to my surprise before long.
So you went...
That was how we... But he would...
That doesn't...
After one, I waited. The answer...
Oh no.
As far as outsiders are concerned, I managed all I saw.
So...
That's right. Father, the house of the... I was... But she was...
Oh... So...
She escaped.
So...
That's right. Today's case, everyone had helped to us orphans.
So... I'm small...
It's all right. I just hope you... If you should need anything at all in the future...
Bye, Linny! Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended? Were you looking for it? Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner? The side! And... I see. Sorry. Don't say that. Oh, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having... wait. Huh? Well, anyway, it would just be... You don't have... Oh, wonderful. All right, then.